you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another great episode of the Smoking Roaches podcast. We smoke good because we grow good. Hey, man, what you smoking down to the roach? I got my good homie here, Mr. Coleon, the comedian. What's up, me boy?
Coley the Comic,
Coley
formerly
the
known as
comic, Coleon the
Coleon the
comedian.
Comedian, formerly known as Coleon the Comedian. But what's up, Slim?
Oh, what happened? Somebody the tax people looking for you had to change your name already?
Nah, homie, just in case Hollywood come fucking with me about it. So I said, ain't nothing wrong with a little brand that change. And I noticed just getting into business and entrepreneurship, branding changes is a must, just to,
Yeah.
get your brand. Especially I've been using Coleon for a long time. So,
So you
I
just
just
shorten the
and
whole
people
thing
call
up.
me Coley for short. Yeah, people
Right,
been calling
right.
me Coley, just for short for the whole time. So it finally stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
man, I
That's
put it
dope.
on the
That's dope.
LLC. Then,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, no
hey,
doubt, no doubt. I see you
make
grinding
some
out
money
that
off
jank,
it.
man. Welcome back for
Uh,
another one, bro. How's everything else been going, man? My life been going
man,
great.
I'm
You know
still
what?
riding high off our guest last night, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
Thomas
man.
Terrell, Mr. Teases, the comedian. He got me having
Yeah.
to do a back to back night on my podcast, which
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
had to get this joint out because he made some great points yesterday. So I mean, I just been riding high off that. Went to work today, family
That's what you're
shit,
supposed to do, yeah.
pretty
That's what
much.
them podcasts. That's when you have those great guests. That's what it's all really be about. You know what I mean? You got to get something out of it, and that's the whole point of smoking roaches. You know what I'm saying? We
Hmm.
smoke because we smoke good. You know what I'm saying? We grow good, but we actually have something to actually talk about and have meaning behind the stuff that we do talk about. You know what I'm saying? Which makes us extra
Hmm.
dope and gonna stand out from everybody else, too, man. That's yeah, definitely shout out to Mr. Thomas Terrell, man. That was and that young dude, man, to be in the game such a short amount of time and got three specials on Amazon already, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro. Because there's a lot
Nah,
of
that's
people in the game
motivation.
20 years that ain't even got one on there yet. You know what I
That's
mean?
motivation, bro. Like I said, not with just having him on the show as a friend, as
Mm-hmm.
a co-worker in comedy, and as a brother. Um, he had some great information to share just for all, and I just felt like having a guest like that on our platform um was the main goal in the beginning because
Mm-hmm.
one thing is we getting high, but taking a guest like him that don't get high and
Yep.
totally on the other spectrum of
Yep. Yep.
where we are in life, but have the same you know still moral values in life, family, responsibilities and accountability as a man. And we can bring it full circle because neither one of us have a problem with talking about religion and just
Mm-hmm.
faith and
Mm-hmm.
spirituality, and to have a real reverend slash comedian, um,
Mm-hmm.
pretty
And that's
much
the reason.
entrepreneur.
That's the real reason of the we listen and we don't judge. That was the
Judge,
perfect
yeah,
example
man.
of that
You
right there,
never know
bro.
what a person can do. This dude let us know, and let the world know on our platform that he's lived several lives. He's done
Right.
plenty of things in his life that
Mm-hmm.
could have been life changing. To somebody that he still don't know he reached out to,
That's
and
dope.
that was
Yeah,
a
that was
blessing. I
dope.
just have him on the podcast and letting them know
Yeah.
that you always got a voice here because originally he wanted to
Mm-hmm.
founding members to help us, really motivate us to,
Mm-hmm.
man, why y'all
Keep
don't
it
get y'all
going.
podcast started, bro, man?
Yeah.
Just one of the
Yeah.
comedians that was always in the circle and seen something in us.
Mm-hmm.
And, just want to see, want to see it move forward. So just to
And
have
that's
them to
always
come.
good to get. It's always good to surround yourself with good people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from
Hmm.
the time when we first met to see where we are at now. You know what I mean? I seen Teasers when he first started doing stand-up comedy, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was the first one to give him the
Yeah,
mic, as a matter of fact. And to
yeah.
see 10 years later, we still the best of friends. And he came on a podcast, and like I said, he got three comedy specials on Amazon, and
Hmm.
trying to get us to do our things for the next couple. You know what I'm saying? So he's always been that person to always look out, and that's one thing that you always need in this game. No matter how solo you try to be out here and want to do everything yourself, you still got to have a team out here that you're
Mm-hmm.
able to work with and bounce ideas off of and get
Mm-hmm.
somebody else to help you when you need to be helped in certain situations, making putting together shows and events and things of that nature. So the fact that they always say keep your circle small. Keep your circle
Mm-hmm.
small with a bunch of smart motherfuckers. You can never go wrong.
That's all.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the good things that we are both fortunate. All three of us, black comedians, are able to have that no hating on nobody's behalf. No, everybody's looking out for the next one. Make sure got everybody's. That's what it takes to. Because if you look at all the celebrity comedians out here. Prime example, Kevin Hart and the Red Cup Boys. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
heard they done write for him and all that kind of good stuff. You know what I mean? So
Shit,
it's
he done
just
threw one of them under the bus and
all
playing the whole time he lied on the dude and ruined his career. And come on,
oh
Kevin, he
man,
one of the dudes
see.
that helped you out. So
When
that's
he gets to
like
that Hollywood
Teezy's.
lifestyle thing, switch up.
Yeah, that's like Teezy's or Haywood, somebody coming along stabbing us in the back, bro. We had never see it
Mm-hmm.
coming. We had never suspect it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just it shows you what's out there. And like I said, um, I don't believe everybody goes through that and everybody's dealing with that situation. Everybody's going through a situation. I don't think it's
Right.
just scot free and everybody just can you can
Hunky
motherfuckers
dory
just
out
doing
this
whatever.
joint.
Somebody's
Right.
going through something, but we gotta
Mm-hmm.
get together to like these fellowships, especially when you in um especially in art forms and it's
Yep.
because it's not like sports. Sports is
Mm-hmm.
organized enough to where the cream rises to the top. It's pretty much always competition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you look at comedy, it's a competition to a certain extent. You know, first off, as a comedian, you're gonna deal with the battle itself, and
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the battles we tend not to get over in life. And
Mm-hmm.
it's once you get structure on yourself, you can understand what you're doing, and it goes back to the fundamentals of anything you're trying to do. So with comedy, in the beginning, we stuck in ourselves, and then we stuck around. Our peers. Am I funny enough to be around them, or do they think this joke funny? And at the same time, we still carry the ego and be like, I don't care if anybody think this funny. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that. And in a lot of ways, I've watched that type of attitude close doors for a lot of comedians because it's a network at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And
because
that's
a
that's what
comedian,
it's really
so
all about. It's about the networking and
you
getting to
gotta
know,
build.
got to build relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's one of the things that's so great about the podcast and the things that we do. We can work so well together. Once you find that connection that you can work with somebody, everything else always fall into place. But like I said, you got to have that right team. You know what I mean? But definitely shout out to Teasers for coming on to the
big
podcast,
big
man. Make sure
homie.
y'all
Yeah,
go
you got
back and
the
check out episode 23, man. We up to 23, bruh. We up to
MJ.
20. Well, this about to
This
be
this
24. So we
24. Kobe
yeah,
went
by
from MJ
420,
to
we gonna have
Kobe.
25 drinks up, bruh. We almost there.
Yeah.
We almost
Hey,
there, bro. I'm psyched about that, man. I'm definitely
man.
psyched about that.
Shout out
What's
to all
good?
the support we've been getting too, man. I ain't
Yeah,
never want
man.
to forget that about that. It's been a lot of people just clicking in, just
Mm-hmm.
subscribing
Mm-hmm.
on social medias and taking interest. It's slow, but it's the best part of it, bro. I take this grind over any grind in the
Oh,
world
I
because
love it.
guess what?
I
It's what
love
you make of it. I don't feel
it. Yeah.
pressured by nobody. Oh, you gotta have this out. Y'all gotta do this many episodes. Gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do this. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
gotta talk about this. I don't. I feel free. And if
Free.
we can
Yep.
continue to do this show feeling how I feel now, I feel, pretty much great success. I know it's gonna be
Oh
things
yeah,
down
we
the road
got it.
we're gonna have to negotiate on and to grow our brand and get bigger and everything. But
That's the easy
I'm
part. Once
I'm
we give
glad this is a homegrown type of situation where,
yeah, once we give
you
them some
know,
stuff to have, yeah, they can't do nothing but
we
run with it, bro. We just gotta
the
give them
thing
some
about
material,
we
consistency,
got
man.
we got the material because like I said, it's homegrown because we got the blessings of our experiences,
Mm-hmm.
not in life but just comedy. Somebody convinced me a long time ago comedy can be a backbone to anything you do, and that's even to going applying for a job. If you let a supervisor know, be like, yeah, I'm a stand up comedian, and like watch they face drop. And I've done this on my last 3 or 4 jobs I've applied to, and it turns into a smile, and it's more inviting to want to hire somebody with that type of energy around you. And so I tell comedians, don't keep it a secret on what you do. Claim what you're doing. If you stand up
Mm-hmm.
to it, man. If your family don't know what you do or talk about you, it ain't about them coming out to see you or nothing. That's a whole nother subject. But
Yeah, because your fans are that are people that's nowhere around you. The
it's
out
just
of town
ones you
people are
never
your
meet,
biggest
and that's
fans. Yep.
one thing I'm learning about fans and support. You get support from where you at, when you're home,
Yep.
the people you love, the people you know. But you
Mm-hmm.
gain fandom from people that never met you, might have only
Yep.
heard a couple of
Yep.
jokes, seen one set, might seen
Mm-hmm.
one skit, fell in love with you. That means you
Mm-hmm.
you took an effect when you gain fans,
That's all
and
it takes, bro. And that's one of
you know.
the that's one of the good. That's one of the thing I can say that's good actually with social media, that you can bring so many different people and lives and different likes
Mm-hmm.
and cultures together at one time. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the greatest things that, like, Smoking Roaches been, people been listening over in Africa. They've been listening over in Denmark. They've been listening
Hey,
to quite a few places
Brazil.
when you look at
Yeah, I
the whole
already know.
aspect of it. So it's
The
kind of
UK.
it's you never know who's listening, bro. You never know who's listening. Like with comedy, we never know who's in the audience and that need that laugh. You know what I mean? So
Man.
I'm always proud to have the experience of stand-up comedy, bro. That's one of the greatest gift that you can give somebody. And then to transition into a podcast where we can
Mm,
do the exact thing, sit back, crack jokes, talk about smoking weed, getting high, and actually having something to really conversate about. You know what I'm saying? Why are we smoking the good weed? Because, like I always say, bro, we grow good, we smoke good. Let me ask you a question, bro.
man.
What you smoking down to the roast this week, my nigga?
Man, I got some shit straight off the streets, homie. You know this shit some gizzy. My motherfucking
Oh,
eyes ain't open up yet. I look like the king of China right
so you don't
there.
even go to the pop-up joints no more. You just go
Nah, son,
straight
they done
from the
shut
streets
them
now.
down, Slim. I ain't. The
Yeah.
matter of fact, the pop up shop texted me the other day, talking about you need the new location. I ain't even texting people's
Wow.
back.
He's scared to get
I
caught up
got
now. No bull.
I got 3 good street connects. The added numbers good. I had to just look at it. I was like, man, fuck with me, man, and they all fucking with me. So
Yeah, that's
shit,
all it
I've
takes.
been good.
Once you get one good buyer, yeah, you try to stick with that joint through thick and
I
thin,
ain't
yeah.
complaining. I told you I keep at
Right,
least 3 in my joint. Cause I
right,
get tired of
right.
one nigga weed. I be like, nah, I gotta see
Mm-hmm.
what my man
Mm-hmm.
hitting on.
I
I don't know
always
how
got a couple of
everybody
people in
else
my
smoke.
joint.
I
Always
take care
got
of
a
the
couple of people.
community.
You
I know
supposed
I
to,
done put a
yeah.
few hood niggas kids through college
Through
by
college
supporting the
like a
marijuana.
motherfucker, yeah. That's the way it is. But now, as we're smoking roaches, and we're gonna have our own strain of weed pretty soon, bro. So
So you gonna have
it's
them.
just a matter of time. This week I got some rainbow guava number 5, you know. I
I'll
went
have
back.
some of
I
that in
still
New
go to
York.
dispensary. I still go to
Man,
dispensaries and get mines. You
they
know what
know
I
your
mean? Is it
name. They know
sativa?
you
Of
by your
course they
last
do.
name.
The motherfuckers
Hey,
asking
Mr.
my government
Coffee, come
ID
on
every
back.
time I walk in there. Shit, they
Mr.
better know.
Mr. Coffee, come on back. We got this new strain we knew you'd love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's perfect
Turn and
every
take you
time.
straight back there. Shit.
26% THC. Like I said, I've realized now after doing a lot of research and actually talking to like real connoisseurs, like, it ain't the THC no more, it's the THCA. That little extra A means something
Hey,
now.
you
The
on that
THC don't
motherfucker,
even
yeah.
matter no more, bro. Because them motherfuckers, like, if you get the right strain of weed, you can get high off of 12%, just as high as you get off of 45%. It all depends
You
on
take your chances on that
it
12%,
all
man.
depends on how it's cut.
Get that 12% shit
On
away
how it's
from
grown.
me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying
You
for example's
did
sakes,
for
man. I'm
you.
sure.
Hey, speak for yourself. This is
Yeah.
no in no way representation of Cody the comedian or the explicit content of Smoking Roaches podcast. This is
We just
all Rob Coffee.
you listen and you don't judge, nigga. That's all it is.
Yeah, we know.
Just
We
say that.
listening.
Just say
That's
that.
all.
That's all it's supposed to be about,
That's
bro.
all. No, you not gonna lay this on the foot of Smoking Roaches, bro. We don't smoke no 12% on this side of the screen.
I'm just, bro. See. Again, the
All right, go
dispensary
ahead.
weed and the street weed is totally different
You
anyway.
go
So
ahead. You go ahead and keep listening to Jane and them up in the little dispensary.
it's
These hood
420,
niggas
man. You
don't
know,
let me
all
down.
man,
These hood
white
niggas
girls
don't
with the
let me
G,
down.
White girls with dreads can sell good weed, bro. I don't care. They grow that shit from the finest of the
No,
earth
keep
soils,
on,
nigga.
keep on.
That's where the street niggas get it from Rebecca and
My
them.
street niggas get that shit from across a border, either
Yeah,
the
okay,
northern
boy.
border towards Canada or the southern border towards
Yeah,
Mexico.
that's what they tell you. That's
Yeah,
definitely what they tell
that's
you.
and that's what it tastes like. I know
Hmm.
when it's northern and I know when it's southern.
That's good. That's a good
That
thing
shit,
about. That's why I love it.
that
That's why I love
Midwest
smoking
shit,
roaches.
yeah, that Midwest shit that white girl keep feeding you from out Kansas with no THC with 12%. She said we only had enough THCA. Look, like, what
Got
the
me
fuck is an
high as a
A,
rabbit
bitch?
toad.
Boy, get that
Atomic,
motherfucking
motherfucker. It's gonna knock you down.
pharmaceutical fentanyl if you want to. Your ass will be dizzy as shit.
No bullshit. You gotta watch these motherfuckers out here,
Yeah,
man.
nah,
And it's
homie.
420, man. You can't disrespect fentanyl. Like you can't disrespect the weed with no fentanyl and all. That's
Man, they don't
all them
give
other
a
drugs you can do that, but not with the weed, bro. The weed has
I've been
been
putting
a
them in
lot
the
of hard
weed,
through a
Slim.
lot of hard
I just
times for
watched the
people.
case about a dude from out of motherfucking Florida, the Miami boys back in the day.
Hmm.
One of their top dudes was named Bo Diddley. And they just rearrested him. He was 62 fucking years old. You did 30. You got out on the little
I heard
release
that name
program.
before.
You go
Hmm.
right back to the streets. And then they had this lady on there. And I was, I be when they be putting the stories out there, I was listening. It was a white lady. She said, "Yeah, my daughter died 5 years ago. She rolled up a doobie and smoked a couple of her, took a couple of hits of her little weed and went to sleep and never woke up again because
Oh yeah,
somebody
that's.
laced her weed in fentanyl." I said, "Oh yeah, that nigga is done." When
Hmm.
them white ladies get up that joint crying and they done lost the
Yeah,
kid,
yeah,
yeah, I'm glad ain't nobody put no fentanyl in my weed. But they
yeah.
said they've been putting this is a public service announcement too, not no jokes. The hit funnel, um, the makers of the hit funnel in the DMV area been arrested last week because it was found trace amounts of fentanyl inside the hit funnel. So I advise anybody
See,
smoke hit funnel, be careful. I really deal with the leaf. I like buying the leaf and just drying it out.
I
That's my
told you about
preference
that
for
fun. See,
fun
there's
smoke.
always ways to add some new stuff into that joint. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, man. Nobody don't want to listen to Rob, bro, but it's cool, yeah. It's
Hey, I
cool.
listen to
It's
Rob.
cool.
I
You
listen to
know it's
Rob
coming.
when it's 12%.
Hey, but I ain't got no fentanyl in it though, nigga. So I'm good with my
You don't know
12%.
what they putting in it.
Yeah,
You
you
don't know
don't
what
either,
cat.
obviously.
Yeah, I'm finding out.
Obviously,
I do research. I
yeah,
wasn't a
okay,
hit funnel. I wasn't a hit
yeah,
funneler.
all
So
right, okay.
I'm
I ain't
careful
mad
as
at you,
I can
bro.
be. That's why I just put the information out as it come to me, bro.
Okay, I ain't mad at that's what a good journalist supposed to do. So I
That's
ain't mad at
all.
you.
That's all.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
Yeah,
So
man. What's
let's
up?
get into it. Let's get into the topics of
Yeah,
the
since we
week,
talking about
bro.
journalism, yeah, we
Oh
done
my
been to some real
god,
news,
man,
crazy
bro, what's
stories.
going, bro? The first one out the bat that's just ridiculous to me, young, is the chicks that went in outer space, bro.
Oh
Gail
yeah.
King and Katy Perry and the
Uh-huh.
three of random chicks that went in outer space, bro. Come on, dog. We ain't got nothing else
Download.
better to do with that time than take these bitches out of space.
Nah, we can download the little green screen on Riverside, and we can both be in outer space and do the next episode of outer space
Yeah.
like them, homie. Come on, homie.
you, you know,
That
as
shit
soon as they
work every
dropped
time.
that job, the conspiracy theories came out of everywhere, bro.
Ain't no, it's
They,
no theory when people taking pictures of you flying in the sky and the planes coming to scoop you on the. They see the shit, bro. You can't lie
oh,
no more, bro. Come
yeah,
on, bro.
yeah, it's
If
blatantly
people got
obvious.
iPhones that can zoom into the fucking moon,
Yeah, yeah.
god damn, Slim. Come
And they
on,
was out
Slim.
there, and the first pictures I seen was everybody showing the flat Earth on that joint. Everybody was showing, I see there's no curve, there's no curve. I'm like, okay,
That's the
first
first
of
thing they
all,
want to
y'all in
attack,
outer
bro.
space, but like I said, they made it look like they made it look like they was slipping in their picture, their photography work. That's why we was able to see that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for us to see it, but like I said, they always try to say, oh, they got all these pictures of serious stuff. Like he wasn't really that serious. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at the pictures like, hold up, why is the sun only that bright that where you can still if the sun is millions of miles away and it's supposed to be that hot, how are these people are able to take pictures in outer space with this in the background? You're able to see everything.
I mean, hey homie, all I can say is they finally put some real actors in a real movie situation, homie. Yeah, all them actors. Yeah. Yeah,
The focus
tell
on that
nah.
joint. Halle,
Oh, so all them got astrophysicist degrees?
pair Hollywood game. Right. Yeah. I mean, right.
Come
How
on,
were they
homie.
able to go into outer space just
But they
that
went out
fast?
there
You
for
know,
8 minutes,
like ain't
homie.
nothing to it. Yeah. 8 minutes and it.
I thought it.
Why the topic though? Why was that even a topic, bro? That's the point. That's the point. And your old boy Donald Trump is taking the terrorists, and China is like, fuck Obama. I mean, fuck Trump. We're gonna charge what we want. The real prices for these pocketbooks, and you come over here and get more.
Yeah, they say.
Where's it ever gonna stop, bro?
Nah, it just started, homie. Don't worry about the part when it's gonna stop. It's just getting started, you know. Birkin bags was 23,000 whole time. Don't say well, $1,300. Jordans $500. The motherfuckers ain't nothing but 2 cent for real. Come on, Slim. I
Yeah.
mean, these are things I've always heard. Like to be honest, I always heard that the expensive items and the knockoffs was the same thing. It's just that they just make one of the little joints a little better than the other one coming out the same person charge half from another. And I heard this from an old guy that was in the military years ago that traveled over China and was
Mm-hmm.
shopping. He used to shop and send all this stuff back home like that. And he was like, man, I used to get on the top of the line, man. The shit they be paying for. You used to always talk about that shit. So I mean, one thing about us, it should wake people up to the truth of materialism that we place so much value, we wasted so much money, all this, and most motherfuckers buy outfits and purses and all that shit for one occasion, for one
Mm-hmm.
awards, for one little event. But think about the people that go out here and break their neck that look like them people that did in that one
Yep.
event. And them people
Yep.
got that shit for free. Celebrities get all that shit for free. They
Mm-hmm.
don't pay a goddamn cent for that shit. Just like our
A
man
walking
said, man,
billboard.
a walking fucking billboard, bruh. And we so
Mm-hmm.
caught up that, and I'm mostly like I told you, bruh. When I go on the attack, my attack is against our people because we got the loudest voice and it's the most ignorant voice, bruh. We do not
Mm-hmm.
have no sense of direction when it comes to our finances, true safety amongst our women and children, our men too fucking soft. It's and we looking for somebody to blame and looking for somebody to come do something and save us. It's so many
It's getting to the
excuses with
point you
us.
can't blame nobody no more, bro.
That's what I'm
It's gotten
saying,
to the
bro.
point where it's all on you now. I remember I was listening to something on social media where I think Gilly the Kid was talking about it or the other dude, and he was saying I'm not gonna necessarily just go to black businesses, especially if they not consistent and be about what they doing, if they not
Come on
taking
now.
care of things the way they supposed to do, customer service,
You're
things
not
of that
getting your
nature.
money's
Because
worth.
honestly, the many of times that I've been to black owned businesses, I always walk out of that joint with some kind of sour taste in my mouth based on
Hmm.
how the
Treat you
experience that I
or
had
the
going into
service.
that place. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that all, and I'm not saying that I don't support black, you know what I'm saying, but it's always something, bro. I'm just like, come on, we gotta do better, bro. But we don't seem to want to do better. We accept bare minimum, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Always looking for the hookup. And I understand that your father wasn't in the home, but how long we gonna run with
How
that
many
story?
excuses we gonna have, Slim? That's one
Right.
thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We got more excuses than fish got air, bro. These
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers will come up with any excuse but accountability, Slim.
Yeah.
And the thing about life is that we all taking so much, bruh. And the thing about it, people just not dealing with their own shit. They looking for somewhere to dump it off at, somewhere to just, oh man, it ain't my fault. They did this to me and da 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 da. We
Mm-hmm.
is not getting over nothing, bro. We just trying to
Yep.
wait for somebody to do something so we can chastise and judge it,
Yep.
or wait for
Yep.
somebody to do something to us so we can feel like a
Have a
victim.
reason.
So it's a
Mm-hmm.
victim world. So I never seen so many
Mm-hmm.
soft people, especially men, especially black men, a day in my
Yep.
fucking life, bro.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
so sad to me that the young dudes, man, they can't even take a punch in the face. They gotta go get a gun and
Mm-hmm.
shoot up everybody. And you don't hit the
Mm-hmm.
nigga that punched you in the face. You shoot a little girl that was outside playing with her dog or her
Yep.
toys and shit. So it's like it go endless with it. I think, and so I wish it could be like a computer that can just stop our minds one day and reset us to be like, hold up, what's going on? Hold on, let me stop and just think. Okay, I
That's
gotta do
unplugging
this.
from the matrix, bro. That's what they always
Man,
talk about. The matrix is unplugging from the nonsense, bro. Because
yeah, homie.
if you notice, a lot of the crimes and stuff they committing out here is always trying to be like somebody that's rich and with money. You go out here and you
Mm-hmm.
sell dope because Gucci Man sold dope, so you think you gotta sell dope. And King Von was the man in his neighborhood, so now you got to top King Von, and it's all it's no real situation where a family or protecting your space or your territory. It's all about dumb stuff you're talking about. And now you are, I dislike something that you like, but now you got a problem with me and you phobia this and phobia that. It's always something.
Yeah.
I'm not even have just a straight up opinion or even have a straight up feeling anymore, yo, without somebody chastising me, bro.
Yeah, there you go. We ain't got no feelings no more, Rob. It's just like man for man, dog eat dog world. People
Dog
not
eat
even
dog
caring about
world.
their kids. Um,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Caring about the dog more than the damn kids.
goddamn kids. God damn, ain't that a
And
bitch?
that's crazy. That's crazy. And I noticed that a lot of things are starting to go like left field nowadays. You hear about that lady out in Memphis where her daughter chopped up the mother
Yeah, I sent you
because
that.
her
Yeah, I sent you that one.
yeah, that was just like where's the world coming to where you gotta cut up your own mother, bro? Like with a chainsaw and barbecued her and all
They
types of
got the
stuff. Cause
daughters, yeah, with mental illness to help her do the joint, and the
mm-hmm,
police asked the daughter why you do it. She said, "Cause my mother asked me to. That's my mother."
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
she
She
didn't
told
know
her to
nothing
do it.
was wrong. So I'm looking at this type of world that we living in, and like somebody somewhere pressed a button that just said "fuck it."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like it's no compassion when it comes to the just the next person, man. I don't even see people. I see the white dude, the white neighbor I live by. He feed the birds, but I've always said, but I don't see us feeding the birds no more. I don't see us doing nothing
Nope.
compassionate. I don't see people, man.
Everybody's on a
Oh my,
ripping and running rat race. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses and so many. Remember they said that back
mm-hmm,
in the day, keeping up with the Joneses. That's what
mm-hmm.
everybody's doing.
And
Everybody want to be
Joneses went
seen
broke as fuck.
broke as fuck, but everybody just want to be seen just to sake of the fact that I've been, bro. I'm so tired. I always talk about this. I'm so tired of seeing the spiritual people online, the vegan
Oh,
people online, the if you buy my course, you can learn how to make thousands of dollars every 20 minutes, and if you
yeah, they
follow my
flooding
course,
you.
you a millionaire in 48 hours. And no, I'm like, bro, the gimmick is you making the money from the gumps that's buying from the daggone course,
Right.
bro. How you gonna charge somebody $500 to learn something, bro? Just give up the information, bro. Why you gotta
It don't work
always make
like
a
that.
profit out of everything, and especially that one that's supposed
It's
to be
because
looking
the
out for their people?
information bullshit. It ain't it
Exactly.
ain't
Yep.
se- it ain't the information you getting, bruh. The
Hmm.
motherfucker that's giving you the information, if he had to sell it, bruh, it wasn't worth nothing.
Yep. That's for damn sure. Because you can find
Nothing
any
to
type of
you.
knowledge you want to find on Google and get all the information
Come
you
on, homie.
need, bro. But they
Come
gonna
on, homie.
say
So
now
we looking
the
at how
way I do it
everything
is
is. Go
go
ahead. We looking at everything and getting a better sense of that. everything around us has been commercialized. We
Mm-hmm.
just waking up. It's like I told you, the advent of social media. We paying more attention to what's going on around us and understanding that, damn, at the end of the day, we don't have no control about nothing else but what you do. And
Mm-hmm.
it shows that people choose to be a part of the ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at, like they say, clout chasing. Clouting is, that's motherfuckers love to be, man, I did this, I did that. Like I look at all them little rappers and podcast niggas that say they gangsters and all that, and get on that joint and get on Vlad and 21 dude, whatever the white dude name, and snitch and tell
Mm-hmm.
about everything. Man, take they ass to jail. Play that shit in court
Mm-hmm.
and tell them to keep the same energy, because like to glorify just the chaos is what's taking over, bro. I hope they shut down that network with all them motherfuckers fighting all the time. I hate that joint. Them girls just, I say, make it fair. I say if they had boxing matches and everybody got on real gloves, but come on, Slim, they just know so when they walk in the room, they start fighting. Y'all dressed up
Mm-hmm.
at y'all best. Y'all being shown on TV. Y'all ain't got nothing else to say out y'all mouth but bitch, fuck you, and y'all hating it and all that. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
the chaos, bro, and it's just like somebody's entertained by this, or maybe nobody's entertained by this. Maybe it's just so flooded that, damn, what else can we watch? So, we taking a step forward by making a podcast that people can hopefully listen to and get some real substance, because ain't nothing of substance being produced
Or even talked about anymore.
or
I mean,
talked
when the
about
last time?
on a daily basis, where it can distract from the chaos, but it's more that people wake up for the chaos and the drama. Oh man, what I missed last night? What they do last night? Oh, I know they was doing this last night.
How many
It's not,
podcasts do you know of that actually talks about something beneficial aside from like
man, the
celebrities
ones I choose
or
to listen to,
sports
man.
or
Shout out the main one is Dane Calloway, the main one. But to me, to be
mm-hmm,
honest, I listen to mainly boxing podcasts and conscious podcasts, bro. It's
mm-hmm.
nothing. Oh no, I do got some hip hop ones, man. Mecca Audio. What's my other guy?
But
Mob Ties.
that's the I said that all I to say is that's a whole part of the entertainment part of it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
yeah,
try to
yeah,
fight and say we don't want to listen to the music. I mean, listen to the drama in the music
yeah,
industry or the
But
sports
that's all.
game,
Like I
but
said, everybody's content
it's
is
all
about.
part. Yeah, it's all it's still entertainment, and we still as human beings enjoy the entertainment part of
Yeah,
it.
we do.
Once you get caught up in that joint and do it all the time and everything that you're doing and not making no money from it or trying to make money from it, you're just wasting your time.
Hmm.
How many times have we sat here and looked down at our phones? We supposed to, you know what I'm saying, did something 20 minutes ago, but we still got our head
Man, we
down in the
3 hours
phone,
in the phone.
3 hours in the phone. It's 12 o'clock at night. We still doing podcasts and stuff like that. So that's the breaking away from the matrix when you're able to put that phone down and work on something that's more important, unless you are one thing to where, you know what I'm saying. And even still, you have to create your content at one point. So I,
Hmm.
I don't know, bro. The way things are nowadays, bro, it's about to get a whole lot crazy the way
It's supposed to, bro. I mean, it's written
I'm
like
having
that.
fun out here. I hope this junk blow up and we start all over again. Cause I ain't coming back next time, bro. This is the last.
Hey, nah, see, you ducking around the real fact. I want everything to come out. I want to see Bigfoot. I want to see some aliens. I want to see reptile people come out. Nah,
That's
bring it on.
that's kind of how we find all this stuff with this joint. You find out, I mean, you see alien with your
Yeah, I
own
think it
eyes.
is a real
You
Bigfoot.
know, human.
Mm, why not?
This is a we don't
Hey,
know.
I done seen some unexplainable shit in my time, bro. I ain't been here that long, but the shit I done seen, it's the went out. Yeah, it's still out. All right, stay talking on the joint. Juno, what's good, man? Shout out to everybody that's popping on the live on Instagram too. Ebony said Bigfoot for real. Yeah, man, Ebony gonna go hunt for Bigfoot, get the reward. That's cool.
Yeah. For be real, bro. He probably over there in them
Yeah, I already
places.
know it's some shit. It's some known knowns and some known unknowns. Just like Samuel Jackson said, I do research every day, so it's a difference.
Imagine what's
Eh,
under the ocean.
That's where everything at right there.
We ain't
They
even
looking
seen
for
the bottom of the
space.
ocean yet, so we probably still got
Ain't no
mermaids and
bottom.
all types of shit in the ocean, bro.
It's a whole nother world under the ocean,
That's
homie. They don't
crazy.
want to fuck with us.
Yeah, a whole nother
Yeah,
world. They showed it in Black Panther too when with the Aztec what you call it, the water people.
man. Nah, that shit
I believe
we
in
ain't
all that
fucking
kind
them
of
with
stuff,
them
but I
niggas
think the
now.
side
They too crazy.
we couldn't be the only ones out here. Yeah. We couldn't be the only ones out here. That wouldn't even make logical sense for us to be the only species out here on this planet, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no
we the
way.
only we probably the only species on the planet that's lost our purpose. So, that's why I could confidently say the world's coming to an end. And I don't want to scare nobody when I say that. It's not like Rob once said in a way that everything just gonna blow up and go away, and you either going to heaven or hell, or nothing like that. Um, End of the world is concept and thinking. Um, a lot of ways that we were been
Mhm.
programmed to think and grow as is really falling by the wayside now. Like I said, with the advent of technology, where you can go and do some research and see most of the things we was taught in school and churches don't match up to what really happened, and and they have to come to they got to tell the truth on a lot of these things. That's universal, though. Once we find out, they got to come forward. But like with us, it's the fact that we just so blind. It's we so comfortable with the ignorance. There's more people that don't want to hear
Mhm.
the truth versus that can just sit up there and let you lie to them and be okay with that. Be like, don't lose no sleep, don't get no second thought. So, you know, a lot. It's time for a lot of truth tellers and truth seekers and fact finders to really go to work, because there's no more such thing as conspiracy theory. We don't. If you're looking for the truth, you don't deal with theory. And one thing about conspiracy, the definition of is the connection. If you one thing connect to another thing, that's a conspiracy. You know. So I mean, just being open to knowledge and just truth and learning the world around you. Just for me, as my experience as a stand-up comedian, brings it full circle, because I feel, we need this to learn more. We can't just think our jokes funny and, just people just laughing and being entertained. What have someone learn from coming to have an experience with us at a comedy show? Did I just laugh and he was funny, cool, everybody was funny. But that's my ultimate goal, just staying in a straight focused mental phase and understand that the comedy is still bigger than me at the end of the day. That I can't leave people just, oh damn, he Cole was funny as shit, man. If you got up to see him, he was cool. If you didn't, damn, you missed him. Nah, I want motherfuckers to say, damn, Cole told me something about not just myself but the world. I did not know such and such. I want to be talking about traveling places and telling people about shit, and then make people want to go there and see what I was talking about just from me explaining it to them and letting them know, look, something better than where you just at, man. Go see and feel, taste, and just experience something different in life. And that's just experiences. I just try to, you know, tag along the people that I meet. I don't give a fuck how old you is, especially if you older and you ain't did nothing with your life. You better go take out some money and go on a vacation. somewhere and just enjoy yourself. I preach that peace and happiness for yourself first before you can do anything else in the world. Yeah, I'm on a long run of sentence, y'all, because Rob trying to get his joint back up on the other end. He's still with us live on Instagram, but shout out to everybody clicking in. Yeah, Kofi, man, and that's how I look at the world, man. We wouldn't have these sad and tragic stories. People cutting up their mothers and doing shit to the kids, and bro, this is white people stuff, bro. What do we get? We wasn't this bad, homie. You can't blame this on crack, homie. These people be sober cooking up crazy shit like this. Man, we wasn't even this crazy. Black people wasn't this crazy when we was on crack. Nigga might break in your house and steal
Mm-hmm.
your TV and your kids' lunch and shit like that. But we wasn't cutting up the mother with the chain. So the police said they came, they got the meat all inside the blade of the joint. She ain't try to clean up the mess or nothing.
She ain't know what to do
Yeah.
after all that daggone nonsense. That
Yeah.
is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, it's a long fall from grace, man, for our people. So, one thing I could say is, um, love your people, man. Love. We gotta show some love. We need a little bit more of that,
You
man.
ever think we'll get back to that stage?
Hey, bruh, come on, homie. You know this shit is over. You know the truth. I mean, you want me to?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
want me to go where, homie? To be
You
honest,
always
only
supposed to
thing
go, and
we.
that's what the podcast is about.
All right, so I'm gonna let you know about this. At this point, we can only hope and pray. But at the same time, with hoping and praying, we gotta face reality. We too gone, bruh. It's nothing. The plan worked too good in their favor on our what's gonna happen for us. So the thing with us now in life of us, we gotta find us a place of peace, and that's why I keep saying I keep looking at the world out. The black world, we not finding no peace. We getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Every day something getting wilder, crazier. Another story, another. I post the shit. Everybody keep looking at the green cups like it's a joke. Nah, that shit is news. That shit is letting you know what the fuck people saying and doing around the world. And lucky it
Mm-hmm.
ain't you. If I come across your ass doing some dumb shit, I'm gonna post your ass and sip out my fucking cup. So it's just showing the world like, damn, we laughing at the same time, we entertained at the same time, but damn, do we cut it off? Is this shit real? We gotta ask ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
homie, is this shit real? Because most of the shit is almost unbelievable, bruh. Just the
Yeah,
mindset
no
people wake up
bullshit.
and attempt. The shit is not by accident, bruh. So that's why I go more to. I look at the world. Yeah, it's more mind
That's why I
control
always
than
ask
anything.
myself.
It's mind control,
Mm-hmm.
Rob. It's somebody else pulling the strings, and we just letting ourselves go. And all we gotta do
Mm-hmm.
is get a sense of ourselves, man.
That's the thing, bro. Once we forget who we are, we totally forgot who we are. Like you said, it worked too well, but it's to the point now. Like it shouldn't still be as powerful and strong as it is now. It should be damn near dying down as far as the way we thinking about how we survive out here now, bro. It
It
should be
sound
damn near
good.
because
Hey,
it blatantly right in your face, bro. Like how you gonna turn your head from something that's
hey,
sitting
what
right
Bobby
there in your
say?
face and be like,
Hey, what Bobby? What's
that's
your man
ridiculous,
say,
man.
Slim? Hey,
Uh,
you gotta we gotta program that joint into the computer. Say, we been there, done that, and got the motherfucking t-shirt. Hey, Rob, we ain't going
come
back
on,
at
bro.
nothing, Slim. Ain't we wouldn't
Bro, we
even know
keep
where
acting
to
like we
stop.
is.
Yeah, we can look
Man.
good. That's one thing that's been getting us by. Now we've been playing it all, but bruh, somewhere down the line they took all the fucking fight out of us, bruh. I don't know if it
All the
came with
fight.
killing Martin and Malcolm and all that, bruh. And then the crack out of it with somebody did the right thing and took all that they did they thing, whatever they planned
Mm-hmm.
on, and I know they surprised that damn these
True.
motherfuckers some fucking fools. We can throw
That is
Bill Clinton
true.
up there blowing on the saxophone, and don't wait
Yeah.
for it, wait for it. Then we gonna throw him a nigga up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
man, oh mama. And Slim, so we still being fool thinking your vote count. Your man said vote or die, right? Vote or die.
Vote and
Remember
die.
all that?
Mm-hmm.
Look where
Mm-hmm.
he at.
Vote and die. Then you vote. Then you get COVID. Then you get this and you get that. It's like,
Come on, homie.
it sounds like we sign our own death certificates, bro. We keep
Nah, it's
playing in the
all for
jungle
fear.
like, yeah, I'm gonna see if the water's cold. I'm gonna put my toe in, and I'm gonna put a little bit more, until you can actually tolerate it. Now we just tolerate the bullshit now, bro. Because
Oh no,
whatever
it's
the
all in
things,
fear. It's all in fear because they banked on the
but
fact
what do
that
we fear though? That's the
we
thing. What do
fear
black people still have to
ourselves,
fear,
homie.
man?
That's all fear is. We fear our greatness, and it's it's because it goes back to the programming. If you program people to think they're lesser than, it will produce lesser than.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if going to college didn't need you to get A's, B's, or 2.0, and you can go to college just for playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
How many people be going to college, man?
Right. Right.
They said let's take physical sports and physical things and let them master those things, so
Mm-hmm.
that when your kid go to college, they gonna be promoters and managers and owners and CEOs. They
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to school along with them. They gonna go. Matter of fact, these kids gonna be in the crowds cheering for
Yep.
those
For the
kids when they out there
yeah,
scoring 50 and
yeah, the
40 and
nerds and
going
all
out there
that. Yeah,
touchdown and everything.
exactly.
But guess
Mm-hmm.
what? They gonna be the first one. Make sure your son the first one when he get out of college. They go and be his manager and be his
Mm-hmm.
lawyer.
Yep. Yep.
Y'all was roommates. Y'all was
Yep.
the thinking
Yep.
on the level is because it's the connection. And I'm gonna tell you, color ain't got nothing to do with it until you know how to use it, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
DEI and all that shit was never for our people, bruh, because the white woman got the biggest beneficiary benefits from that through the whole process.
Right. Right.
And they
Mm-hmm.
can look at this in fact, bruh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when they had more
That's what's
white
up, man.
women with better jobs and college opportunities and better opportunities than our whole race through this program, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop looking for programs. We gotta stop looking for people to come save us. We gotta stop looking for somebody to vote because they word. What was you doing before it was time for you to vote for them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right, bro. That's what they forget. Because soon they get that daggone that pretty face out that joint, they think everything is gonna be all right. Finally, we done found somebody who gonna make everything better. White,
And
nice
nobody ever made
president. He
anything
vote for
better.
this. Nobody never, not never. That's the part where I'm saying, like, how you not paying attention? Like in 4,800 years, all these presidents, nobody has never did anything that is beneficial. Why do you think in 2025 is going to be any different? And just because you voted for a black dude, or you voted for Trump, or you voted for a woman, or you voted for this person, none of that stuff really matters in the all say it all be all, bro. None of that
Eh,
shit matters, man. And we're
but
never gonna get to that point. That's why we're going. That's why I want the bitch to blow up. Fuck it, blow the
fuck it
whole
all.
goddamn
My
building
man
up.
say fuck it all. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with everybody got their opinion. It's better than hanging
Mm-hmm.
yourself in the closet with your
Yeah,
fucking belt.
it's an
You
easy
want to see
escape.
all this shit.
That's an easy escape. Shit,
Hey,
ain't far
homie,
fetched, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Um, it is what it is, and it is what it's gonna be. But it only applies to the whole. It's gonna be ever changing. Cause and effect comes in when you take initiative and you take effort to be like, okay, I'm gonna be life changing to somebody else. I'm about to step up, man, say my piece. I'm gonna tell you like this: the, the only way to be heard is to say something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? People will listen
Oh,
to anything.
wait. Yep. Yep. You gotta know what to
Make
say.
what you gotta say important.
Yep.
That's what I when I come across a lot of young comics, and one thing I've always gotten about my performance, and that's outside of comedy when I was in music and everything, was
Mm-hmm.
my confidence in what I did. And people always commended me on my confidence in what I did. So I leave this with people. Um, Everything starts at home. Everything has to start. Like Mike Jackson said, that man in the mirror, that woman in the mirror, that child in the mirror. Um, Decisions that you make today going to affect years from now. And we look at things that, okay, man, this decision right here is just for now. I gotta take care of business now and everything. Everything gonna be good. And yeah, we can live on faith and faith without sight, but faith without works is where our downfall is. A lot of our people not putting in work to save us as a whole, Rob. That's why I said
Mm-hmm.
it's no hope, bro. And it is people out here that are helping, but it's not enough to make
Not
a
enough. Right.
change.
Right.
I
Right.
can't. I don't go into these trends of, oh man, we about to boycott Walmart and Target and all that. But guess what? These same motherfuckers, just because you didn't walk in the store, motherfucker, you still got an online account.
Still
You
got an
still got
online
shit in
account.
your cart. You
Yep.
still gonna
Still gonna
shop
fall
there one
into it.
day.
Yeah.
You just trying to make a point today.
You're absolutely
And
right, bro. And that's the difference. That's the a lot of the things that we're missing, bro. And it gets to a point where it's just you're supposed to keep fighting, but then you want to give up. But you're supposed to never give up. So you keep fighting. Like I'm so tired of trying to save people, bro. But I can't stop not trying to save somebody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or at least give them some advice to lead them in what I think is a better direction than what they're. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
that's just the way I look at things, bro. Bruh, well, we almost down to the roach, my guy, man. We
Hell
done.
yeah.
It's about that time, bruh. It's on the
Man,
late
shout
night.
out to everybody that popped in. Oh, my Bookie brothers popped in. What's up, Coco?
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
everybody that popped in on the live on Instagram, the Smoking Roaches Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in on YouTube, the Smoking Roaches Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe to us, man. We on all platforms, but we really need the love on YouTube. We trying to build the platform
Yeah,
up,
get the
trying to
YouTube up so we can
monetize
start monetizing and going
before we
like,
get to 50 episodes.
yeah,
We got the good
yeah.
guests coming up, man.
Because we're gonna
Um,
have something special on the 100th episode, man. So we need for
this
y'all to
weekend,
start
y'all
sticking
tune
around.
in. We gonna be live in New York City, New York City, New York City, man. Shout out to Rob Coffee, man. Right here is gonna be his birthday weekend. We're bringing a
Yeah.
420 weekend right in the Big Apple and come up there hooking up with some good folks, man.
You come find
Uh,
us in New York City, come smoke one with us, man.
yeah,
We
come
gonna be
smoke a
around all
couple
around
with
this
us.
area. So either come to a show and smoke a J with us, or come find us out in the streets, man, because we
Hey
gonna be
Snoop,
out there, man.
if you in New York City this weekend, Snoop Dogg, Calvin Brodus. Yeah, I gotta call you by your government. The smoking challenge is still on, nigga. Anybody know Snoop?
Oh
If he
yeah,
gonna be in New York, Cody is pulling up. Yeah, let's get the puff challenge on. Charleston White, if you gonna be in New York, let's sit down and negotiate this boxing match, sir. So
hmm
just
that's
want to
what's
put
up,
that out there
man.
on the platform.
I appreciate that, bro. I am Rob Coffee. You can find me on all social media, Instagram, Facebook. I'm gonna get the TikTok rolling again. You can find the Smoking Roaches podcast on the same exact platforms, bro. We everywhere, man. I want you to be there. Cody, on what can we find you at, brother?
Man, you can follow me at Coley the Comic. All platforms. You definitely go on YouTube. You can check out some of my couple of my sets. I don't really post my material up there. You ain't gonna steal my shit and
Mm-hmm.
get famous over me. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we building trying to build up the page. I'm definitely about to start going live on my YouTube. We about to open up all the doors on all our platforms for real. I
Yeah,
got
we're
a
gonna be
Bigo,
bouncing
Coley
around
the Comic on
everywhere.
Bigo. About to pop that off, and anybody on TikTok, man, we about to blow TikTok up. I don't give a fuck what's going on,
Right.
y'all. Instagram, y'all cool. I love y'all, but we about to try to get this money on TikTok. Coley the comic
Mhm.
on there, but man, you can Google Coley on the comedian, Coley the comic. I'm all over, man. You know how I do.
I appreciate you, Brian. And we will catch y'all on the very next episode of the Smoking Roaches
Roaches,
podcast, boy.
Hey,
yeah.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Oh yeah.